I remember years ago when I was in my 20s and my teens, if I had $100, I was going to find a way to spend 98 of it and not save or put anything away for anything later on, you know. Now, I acted like that in my 20s. In my 30s, I started to realize that's what was going on. Now in my 40s, no matter how much money I'm making, I am frugal right now. And the reason is because everything is changing. Now, being frugal doesn't mean be cheap and don't invest in yourself, but it does mean be smarter with your money. Now, in this video, I want to talk about the 10 reasons I am so frugal. And, if this inspires you to do the same thing, fine. But remember, it's all about having money saved to either be able to invest or to be able to take your life to another level. It does not feel good, especially for a man over 40, to not have no money. Let's talk about it. If this is your first time watching my video, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you have any ideas as far as video ideas or where you're from. Now, I wrote some notes over here on the side, and I'm going to read straight off my notes. So the first reason, I feel that men over 40 should be frugal right now is because retirement is closer than you think. At 40 plus, you've got less time to recover from financial mistakes. Every dollar saved now compounds faster towards your future security. I know a lot of men, unfortunately, that are in their 40s, hell, that are in their 50s and 60s, and they don't have $5,000 saved in the bank. They have kids, they have grandchildren, they have a wife, and yet they don't have $5,000. Now, at the least, I feel that every man above 40 needs to have at least $5,000 to $10,000 to $15,000 saved. I want to show you how I made $2,200 while I was on this ATV in Mexico a few days ago. Tap the school link in the bio, and I'll see you there. Not saved waiting for a rainy day, but saved to be able to invest into opportunities when you see them. Save to be able to help someone if they need help in your family. You cannot be, you can if you want, but it's not fun to be a man, a leader in your home, and people come to you asking for help and you can't help them because you're broke. That is not a good feeling. That's not a good feeling. I've felt that before, and it's not something I wish on anybody. So this is the reason. That's one of the reasons why. Now, the next reason, health costs rise with age. Now, understand that medical expenses become a bigger factor after 40. Being frugal gives you a cushion for unexpected bills. Look, that's the thing. If you're in your 40s and you're still chasing women and you're still doing all of these things that you were doing in your 20s, and yet you don't have anything saved for any unexpected bills. And notice I didn't say rainy day. I said unexpected bills. After 40, especially if you're not eating right, you're not working out, and you're not exercising. You have to have some money for unexpected bills, right? And so, that's another reason why I am super frugal right now. Next, job security isn't guaranteed. A lot of men, a lot of women after 40 are depending on their 9-to-5 jobs like it's never going anywhere. I know people right now that talk about layoffs, but they don't believe it can happen to them until it happens to them. Layoff can happen to anyone at any time. What are you doing to prepare yourself for that? Especially with artificial intelligence happening right now. It's highly possible that you can go to work tomorrow and get laid off. Next, kids' education and family needs. If you have children, college and other family expenses are huge. Cutting unnecessary spending ensures you can support them. Listen, there's nothing worse than being a man that has a daughter or a son that wants to go to college and you have nothing saved for them. Nothing. Can't help your kids. I heard a parent in the store, their kid asked them for $10 to be able to buy something that they wanted. And they said, I ain't got no damn $10 for you. What are you doing? Think about what you're doing to that kid, programming their mind by telling them that you don't have $10. And you said it with an attitude. You're literally programming your kid to walk around and tell their kids the exact same thing. And people are not aware of this. The next thing, peace of mind, stress, right? Financial stress at 40 plus hits harder. Living frugally builds stability, lowering anxiety, and giving you more control. Now look, I don't know if you understand this or not, but stress is a killer. You can't afford to be out here stressing about money and in the same place not doing anything about it. Stress is a killer, man. Stress is taking people out faster than anything else. I know, right? I have a family member right now in the hospital right now because of stress. As I speak right now. All types of things can happen to your body like this when you're stressing about money and life. If you're over 40, you got to get it together, man. You got to get it together. Next, opportunities require capital. Whether investing, starting a business, or moving into real estate, you need cash on hand. Being frugal creates that opportunity fund. How many times have you seen opportunities to be able to invest or to be able to learn something that you don't know that you know can take you to another level, but you don't have the money to do it? How long do you want to live like that? But yet, you say you don't have the money to invest, and you probably don't, but you have money to go to the club or money to go places that don't, or spend money on things that don't give you a return. Being frugal helps you with that. And notice there's a difference between cheap and frugal. I still say live. Live your life. Live your life. Do what you want to do, but be frugal. Cut out all of the things that does not make sense and that does not give you a return. Cut it out. The alcohol, the weed, all of this stuff. Cut it out. Because I'm telling you, you don't want to be that man, that woman, 60, 70 years old, crying and wishing you would have taken more opportunities. Next, retirement could last 30 plus years. With longer life expectancy, your savings need to stretch. Frugality today gives you money more time to grow. Gives your money more time to grow. Look, there's nothing like watching and seeing your money grow. There's nothing like that. I know many people that get paid every 2 weeks and they don't take $1 and put it to the side for something else later on. At the least, you should be taking 5%, 10% of everything that you make and putting it in an account that you don't touch until it's time to touch it. And time to touch it is I need some paper towels, or I need some gas. I mean, you can touch it for that if you want, but that's going to continue to deplete your money. It's going to, look, don't you understand that the reason there's so many men and women unhappy with their financial situations is not only because they're not making enough. It's because they don't know what to do with what they're making. That's real. Few more. Next, lifestyle creep is a trap. By 40, many men and women overspend to keep up. Being frugal breaks that cycle and keeps your priorities aligned with freedom, not image. Look, man, it's about freedom. It's not about stuff. It's not about impressing people, going broke to impress people on social media that don't like you or know you anyway. That's not what life is about. It's not what life is about. And there's many people that's living that way right now, and they have no clue how to change it. They have no clue how to change it. Now, the last thing, time becomes more valuable than stuff. At this stage, freedom, experiences, and health outweigh chasing material possessions. Frugality funds the life you actually want. And that's my point for creating this video. Look, man, if you don't have your money together, you got to get your money together. If it's more that you need to make, then I have some links in the description that'll teach you how to make more, including a free group where I show you for free exactly how making money online works. Now, if it's not, how to make more money, maybe you need to take the money that you're making and learn how to be more frugal with the money that you're making. Because let me tell you one thing, life doesn't slow down, it doesn't stop, and it doesn't speed up for nobody. So what you do matters. It matters. Even if you don't think it does, it matters. So, hey, I appreciate you watching this video. Have a great day. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.